Hello, I am back in beautiful Port Fishington from my weekend adventure with my father. And what an adventure it always is with my father. So I'm here to talk about what I have to bring to the table, what's gonna really sell me over top of the next guy. Let's see, I'm really driven, punctual, good communicator, team player, good leadership capabilities, good communicator. You know all that already, or else I wouldn't have gotten this far already. No, I think a lot of what I have to bring to the table is practical life experience. I've been so face to face with people on so many different levels that I've learned how to read past expectations of language, what people are trying to say when I don't fully understand. Or not not allow my imagination to fill in the gaps in communication, which seems to be a problem, and I've noticed causes a lot of friction, not just interpersonally, but internationally. Another thing is, over those years, I really got good at reading people from afar. Body language is always one of my strong selling points, and nowadays that's not really something that we encounter as much. We've gone so much more digital, and I learned through being in school that one of the things that is actually a pretty decent strength for me was the ability to read a nuance into informal digital education or communication, just through dealing with people just coming out of school in an educational environment, being middle-aged, really kind of changed my perspective on the way communication works nowadays, and where it's going, and a lot of the nuance that's being overlooked. Let's see what else. Fluidity and mobility. I'm willing to go anywhere to do the work, that needs to be done. Go out and find the answers, not just sit behind the desk. I'm never a person that's been accepting of the easy answer, especially at this point in my life, because everything that's led me to where I'm at now took a lot of work just to even ask the question in the first place. So I don't settling for the first thing that's put in front of me is not really the way I do things anymore. Just by nature of having to do things right this time around, since this is my second chance through life, I really put a lot of work into making sure that I'm producing what is being looked for, what needs to be done, and done right and well. Maybe a little over the top, even that sounds way worse than I intended it to. But I guess more of the point is I'm not the type of person that waits for the answer to come to me. I'm gonna go out and find it. And I think a lot of that comes with my age too. I know what I want. I know myself really well at this point. I've been through so many crazy ups and downs. I know, and I'm realistic about my capabilities. I'm not shy about asking for help when it's needed. I'm very pliable. I adapt very well. I think a lot of that has to do with my great sense of empathy is kind of tied into this, which is another one. Sounds like those generic kind of things that somebody just put out there, but I'm not even talking about just oh, you sneezed, now I'm gonna sneeze a couple seconds later because I have this instilled sense of empathy. It's a little bit bigger than that, because there's so much responsibility involved in these types of fields. All of this really, it all really leads to a different type of drive, I think, than you get with a lot of the younger people that come out with something to prove. I've proved a lot of that to myself already, and I've made the mistakes and the errors and the near-death experiences, and that's not where I'm at anymore, and that's a big part of my ambition, my drive, and my desire to do right and to see the right thing done, and it gives me a stability that I never really knew before, which I notice gives my environment a stability that I never really knew was possible before. And I think that's another thing that I really bring along with me is stability and ambition. And I don't know, I got a little notebook here with a bunch of other little things jotted down in it, but I think that pretty much covers it. from my last page here. I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to keep a little piece of it warm. Sounds a little corny, but I guess that kind of sums it up. I feel like I have a much better idea of how to do that now. So, thank you.